In a game defined by chaos, sharp contrasts, and moments that will linger long in the memory, the Denver Nuggets found themselves on the wrong end of a gut-wrenching 105-102 loss to the Los Angeles Clippers. This matchup, a complete inversion of Game 1's dynamic, exposed the rawest edges of Denver's vulnerabilities. A team known for poise and control instead succumbed to unforced errors, missed opportunities, and the sheer brilliance of Kawhi Leonard. The tone was set early and remained relentless throughout. The Nuggets committed 20 turnovers, surrendering 21 points in the process, a devastating statistic that painted the night's true narrative. In Game 1, the Clippers had yielded only 12 points off turnovers, highlighting a dramatic 9-point swing that became decisive in a razor-thin margin game. These weren't just miscues. They were the kind of live ball turnovers that are doubly punishing, born out of dribbling into traffic, misfired cross-court passes, and ill-timed decisions under pressure. They mirrored the same mental lapses that haunted Denver during stretches of the regular season. For a team that had seemingly turned the corner under interim coach David Adelman, this performance evoked frustrating echoes of earlier struggles. Michael Porter Jr.'s costly turnover, a slipped cross-court pass in a key transition moment, stood out not only for its timing but for what it could have been. Aaron Gordon was wide open down the lane, a potential momentum-seizing bucket loss to the ether. Instead, the game flipped, with Norman Powell drilling a three that gave the Clippers a lead they would never relinquish. This moment was emblematic of a night filled with what-ifs and near misses. Porter, despite that error, was a bright spot, recording 15 points and an equally impressive 15 rebounds. His hustle, especially on the offensive glass, kept Denver within striking distance late into the contest. But even that came with a cost. In the waning moments, Porter hit the hardwood hard after a loose ball scrum, clutching his shoulder in visible pain. It was the kind of collision that doesn't just shake a game, but potentially shifts a series. Aaron Gordon, too, had his own pivotal moment. A missed dunk that stunned the arena. The path was clear, the angle perfect, but the execution faltered. That botch slam didn't define the Nuggets' night, but it crystallized its erratic energy. Denver had the tools and the chances, but never quite the timing. And while the clock still showed 2.5 minutes, the psychological blow of that missed opportunity rippled through the closing stretch. Yet through all of Denver's turbulence, Kawhi Leonard was unshakable. He was clinical, surgical, downright historic. Leonard, often labeled as a stoic assassin, torched the Nuggets with performance worthy of the highest praise. 15 of 19 from the field for 39 points, including a 4 of 7 mark from beyond the arc. What made his outing even more special was the defensive attention he faced. Hands were in his face, bodies were rotated onto him. Yet he rose and delivered with a precision that defied logic. This was the Kawhi that lifts banners, the Finals MVP version, making shots that leave defenders bewildered and coaches helpless. In Game 1, he was human. In Game 2, he was legend. Leonard's dominance wasn't just a scoring feat. It was redemption. After recording 7 turnovers in the series opener, he entered this game with purpose and poise. He dictated the game's tempo, carried the Clippers when they needed him most, and ultimately delivered the win almost single-handedly. His mid-range mastery was expected, but the confidence from deep added a new dimension to his already lethal offensive game. Head coach David Adelman, in his post-game reflection, faced the brutal clarity that comes with split-second decisions under pressure. He opted not to call a timeout in a crucial late-game sequence, banking on the flow and mismatch in transition. In retrospect, it may haunt him, especially after Christian Braun received the ball in a catch-and-shoot opportunity and hesitated. Adelman acknowledged that once Braun didn't fire, the moment to call for a timeout had passed. It was a tactical gamble that didn't pay off. Defensively, the Nuggets found themselves constantly scrambling. Adelman highlighted issues with spacing and backside reactions. When the Clippers collapsed on Nikola Jokic, often with 3 or more defenders, Denver failed to capitalize on weak-side opportunities. Jokic, uncharacteristically, finished with 7 turnovers, the product of aggressive defensive rotations and a lack of coordinated outlet positioning from his teammates. Missed free throws compounded the damage. 8 points left of the line in a 3-point game is more than a statistical footnote. It's a dagger in contests decided by inches. Those are the margins that separate celebration from regret. Looking ahead, the Nuggets will need more than just tactical tweaks. They will need resilience, discipline, and the kind of locked-in performance that reflects the urgency of postseason basketball. Because if this game taught them anything, it's that the Clippers, led by a locked-in Kawhi Leonard and buoyed by relentless defensive pressure, are not a team that will beat themselves. Game 3 now looms as a turning point. The series tied, the stakes rising, and the emotions intensifying. Denver must respond. This isn't just about protecting home court. It's about restoring belief, reasserting control, and proving that Game 2 was a detour, not a derailment, on their path to greatness.